Alcaraz edges Sinner Trilogy to win U.S. Open. Carlos Alcaraz triumphed in the latest chapter of his compelling rivalry with Jannik Sinner, earning a 4-set victory to regain the U.S. Open title. Spain's Alcaraz started strongly and weathered a second-set fightback from Italy's Sinner, before powering to a 6-2, 3-6, 6-1, 6-4 victory in New York. The men's final was delayed by half an hour because of extra security measures put in place due to U.S. President Donald Trump's presence. Once underway, the pair produced another engaging contest, albeit short of the drama and quality of their French Open and Wimbledon finals earlier this year. Reigning French Open champion Alcaraz's superior serving, an area which let him down against Sinner at the All England Club, ensured he reclaimed the U.S. Open title that he first won in 2022. The 22-year-old has now won 6 Grand Slam titles, making him the second youngest man behind Bjorn Borg to reach this tally. Alcaraz's victory ensures an even split between him and Sinner, who won the Australian Open as well as Wimbledon, at the 4 majors in 2025. After facing Sinner in a 5th final of the season, Alcaraz said, "I see you more than my family. It's great to share the court with you." Alcaraz has also wrestled the world #1 ranking away from Sinner, who held the position for 65 weeks. Sinner, who was short of his best throughout most of the match, saved 2 championship points before Alcaraz reset to take his third opportunity. Nailing a 131 mph ace out wide felt an apt way for Alcaraz to finish, given his supreme serving over the fortnight, before he broke into his familiar grin and celebrated with a now trademark golf swing. How final delayed by Trump show unfolded. Alcaraz and Sinner have created a rivalry which is beginning to transcend the sport, but the build-up to the final was overshadowed by Trump's return to Flushing Meadows for the first time since 2015. Extra security measures were put in place, including airport-style scanners outside Arthur Ashe Stadium, which caused huge queues for fans and pushed the match back. The players, well-versed in delays usually caused by the weather, continued to limber up in the bowels of the stadium, with Alcaraz doing trunk rotation exercises on a gym mat and Sinner kicking a mini football around with his team. Neither man looked too put out by the inconvenience, but it was Alcaraz who started the better once play began. Sinner began confidently but was quickly rocked by Alcaraz's explosive returns, and even his ability to soak up pressure could not prevent the early break. Alcaraz continued to keep his opponent guessing, playing with variety and maintaining the strong serving that had ensured he was broken only twice on his way to the final. Once he claimed the advantage in the first set, Alcaraz was not in the mood to let it slip. Serving with pace and precision, he allowed Sinner to win only 3 receiving points. Alcaraz has often shown a propensity to dip more than Sinner, and a drop-off in the second set was punished. Sinner raised the stakes, hitting his trademark ferocious ground strokes and pushing Alcaraz back with an improved return of serve, ultimately leveling the match after decisively breaking in the 4th game. The touch paper had been lit, and thankfully Ashe was now pretty much full to witness it. Like the Wimbledon final 8 weeks earlier, a delicately poised match after 2 sets quickly turned one-sided. Alcaraz broke early in the 3rd by again taking time away from Sinner, rediscovering his first serve and touch at the net, before cruising a double break ahead as his artistry shone through. Sinner, who had struggled with an abdominal issue in his semifinal, continued to make uncharacteristic errors in the 4th set. After losing serve for the 5th time in the match, he did not seriously threaten to break back before Alcaraz served out victory. "I tried my best today. I couldn't do more," Sinner said. On a glowing New York night, under the roof of Arthur Ashe Stadium that seemed to tremble with every cheer, Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner completed what has already been etched into the pages of tennis history, the 3rd chapter of their U.S. Open rivalry. This wasn't just a match. It was a war of wills, artistry, and endurance. And when the dust settled, Alcaraz raised his hands to the sky, a 2025 U.S. Open champion once again, after edging out Sinner in a 5-set thriller that will be replayed for generations. The rivalry reaches its peak. From the moment the draw was revealed, tennis fans hoped destiny would pit Alcaraz and Sinner against each other. Theirs is a rivalry built not on animosity but mutual brilliance, a fire forged from contrasting styles. Alcaraz, the Spanish matador of flair and invention, versus Sinner, the Italian machine of precision and relentless ground strokes. They had already shared unforgettable nights, the 5-hour epic in 2022 that many hailed as the match of the decade, followed by Sinner's redemption in 2023. Now in 2025, The trilogy found its defining chapter in the final of the biggest tennis stage in America. First blood, Sinner strikes. Sinner came out blazing, his forehand cracking like a whip, sending the bull screaming past Alcaraz's defenses. The Italian's focus was razor-sharp. He played as though he had stored every sky from their past duels and sharpened them into weapons. His serve, smooth and unyielding, allowed him to dominate early rallies, pinning Alcaraz behind the baseline. The first set was Sinner's at 6-3, leaving the Spanish crowd silenced and the Italian fans roaring. Alcaraz's usual smile was absent. Instead, his jaw was tight, his eyes burning. He knew he would need something special to tame this round. Alcaraz answers with magic. And special it was. In the second set, Alcaraz showcased why he is already considered a generational talent. He blended audacity with control, dropped shots so delicate they seemed painted onto the court, followed by forehand winners struck with ferocity. At 4-4, he pulled off a point that brought Arthur Ashe to its feet, a scrambling defensive lob, a darting sprint to the net, and a no-look volley that clipped the sideline. Sinner could only shake his head, a wry smile escaping his lips. Alcaraz took the set 7-5, the scoreline even, the atmosphere electric. The marathon middle. The third set was tennis distilled into pure gladiatorial combat. Neither player gave an inch. Sinner's backhand down the line was a sword. Alcaraz's foot speed and improvisation were shields. Rally after rally went beyond 20 strokes, the crowd gasping with each breathtaking exchange. At 6-6, a tiebreak decided it. The pressure was suffocating, but Alcaraz thrived on it. He fired two blistering forehands and stole the set, 7-6-4. The Spaniard let out a roar, pumping his fists to the stands. Victory seemed close, but Sinner was not done. The Italian fight back. The fourth set was a testament to Sinner's resilience. He recalibrated, cutting errors and trusting his mechanics. Where Alcaraz thrived on chaos, Sinner restored order, dictating points with laser-like accuracy. He broke early, then again, closing the set 6-2. The crowd sensed it. This wasn't just another final. It was history in the making. A fifth set loomed, the trilogy demanding a climax befitting legends. Fifth set drama. At 2-2 in the decider, the tension was unbearable. Both men were dripping with sweat, their bodies screaming but their spirits unbroken. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.